ready for a new day.
What's good, everybody? It's Amon-Rellik, the Guy Slayer. Amon-Rellik again. We're back. More V Rising for the guide number 3. So, you know, you got your blood together, you got your basic combat together, you probably killed you a boss or two, and you probably found yourself with weapons that have abilities now. We're gonna just take any old weapon like a sword or something like that, and we're gonna use this as our example. Let's go out here into our open field area. Alright. Today we're going to discuss the rule of 2. This rule of 2 is something that I use as a basis to whatever build I go for, whether it would be a spell-like build or a more of a weapon skill type build. It's going to be one that's going to implement the rule of 2. And that rule of 2 basically states that you should always have 2 attacks and 2 defense capabilities at any one time. When you look at your abilities, we're not going to count your regular primary attack, and we're not going to count your ultimate spell. We're just going to count the abilities that you would possess at all times, and that's going to be your 2 weapon skills, your dodge mechanic, your dodge skill, and your 2 spell skills, right? That leaves basically 5 options that you can take in battle at any one point in time. Right? You have 5 options, and depending on, let's say for instance you only have 4 at any one point in time, or maybe 3 at any one point in time, depending on how much you've been spamming, right? The idea is you want to try and balance out your attacking your defense by staggering these abilities, where if you're going to do an attack skill, you might then want to do a defense skill at some point. But you might want to do it where if you do one attack skill from your weapons skills, then you might want to do a defensive attack or defensive skill from your spell tree, from your spell skills. And if you do an attack from your spell skills, you might want to rely more on your defense skill of your weapon. And the reason why you do this is because in this game, you're going to, if you have not already noticed, you're going to be coming across enemies that are grouped in 2 distinct patterns. Long range and then short range, close range. And the way this combat will always go is when you see that there are long range and short range and close range together, the ones who will be able to reach you first in their attacks will be the long range. They'll be shooting bows and arrows at you, and those arrows will reach you before the actual sword enemies and axe enemies can run up to you. So in most situations, you would probably want to prepare, if you have not gotten the jump on the enemy, you will want to prepare a defensive skill first. We're going to go out here, and we're going to put some examples out here in the world, kind of help you out and showing you what I mean by that. So if you were to go on the attack first, right? If you were to instead of being caught off guard, you are instead stalking prey, and you decide you want to begin the fight, you will begin the fight, of course, with an attack skill. And then you would immediately then want to think about what your what defensive skills you might have, depending on your weapon and your abilities. For me, my defensive skill is my Howling Reaper that allows me to knock people back. And I have a defense skill of the Ward of the Damned, which allows me to shield things. We have a dog who is going to basically be our melee, and then we have our brute who is going to be our melee, but we also have a archer back there So how we'll do this is we'll start off with using this as our attack, our spell attack. And in doing that, our defense from there, and we'll be good. As you see, I would have had an attack. I would have had an attack. That's tendon swing. I'm sorry. That's tendon swing. That's my defense. I would have been able to use my Howling Reaper for my attack if I needed, or I would have been able to use my Water the Dam for my defense if needed. Now, for like guys like archers, again, if I was to start off fighting him in the beginning, I could either choose to attack with my spell or attack with my weapon, or like these guys right here. I can start off with my weapon, but then guard, dodge out the way, and I always had an attack and I always had a defense. You know. Because again, the enemies do not get staggered. So, all because you're hitting them doesn't mean they can't still launch arrows at you and things of that nature. So be very mindful of that. Of course, always check your surroundings for stuff. And again, let's say, like for instance right now, I'm a little low on blood. And this kind of goes back to the previous video where we talked about blood in the Precious Crimson video. These enemies don't see me yet, and I can hover over them to see what blood they possess. Now, when you see an enemy that has the highest rank of blood, like I know this guy's a brute, that guy's a rogue, and that guy's a warrior. And while I might prefer rogue blood, he has the highest level of blood, period. Which means it's going to probably be the most use to me. So, oh my god, he died because of the fire and that dude. But, he would have been the one I would have gotten. Because again, the idea is to get the highest level blood possible to you. And I probably should have put that in the previous video, I'm sorry. But the only reason why I didn't, because I kind of just wanted to talk about the blood mechanic as a whole, as a survival mechanic, and then just kind of like, and then basically just show you the abilities that each blood gives to you. But here, you know, in the advanced, the more intermediate combats, where we talk about the rule of two, I guess it would be also decent here to talk about strategic use, or should I say strategic blood drinking. And I myself tend to value the quality of the blood first, then the type of blood second. So even though I prefer rogue blood because I prefer the crit that comes with it, if I see brute blood or something like that that is higher quality than the available rogue blood, then I'll choose that brute blood, because I will choose the quality over the type of blood. So for me, it is quality, then type, like that. And the only time I would probably choose usefulness of the blood is when I am trying to do something specific. If I am trying to do something specific like farm, then I can go to the particular area where I would find humans that are all worker bloods, and I can just pick the highest quality of the worker blood. But if you're out and about in the world and you're just wanting blood that can help you, or be of assistance to you while you're out and about, you know, taking on random mobs of enemies, I would say value the quality first, then the blood type. You know, because when you're out in the world just killing things, all of the blood will be of some use to you in terms of the combat. All of the combat versions of the blood will be of some use to you. So it's better to just focus on the quality of it, so that you can get as many buffs as you can. Because if you get though 2% rogue blood, even though rogue might be your favorite, 2% rogue blood is not going to give you nowhere near as much as maybe like you see here, 66% scholar blood. You know what I mean? This is more useful to you than that 2% rogue blood. So value the quality of the blood first, then value the type second. You know, so if you see, let's say you see a level 66 rank, let's say you see 66% blood that's scholar on somebody, but then you see your rogue blood and it's 52%. It might be less than the scholar blood, so you might think, well, that means I should choose the scholar blood, right? But the difference is so close together, you can afford to choose the rogue blood now, because it'll actually be of use to you in comparison to you seeing a 10% rogue blood and a 66% scholar. You see what I mean? Depending on how far the gap is, yeah, you're gonna want to choose percentage over what type it is, depending on the gap in percentage of between the two bloods, or between the bloods that you have at your legion. You know, so in most case scenarios, you'll value percentage first. But when you have bloods of different types that are close in percentage, then you can then value the type over the percentage then. You know, because then at that point, all of those bloods will be of some, you know, grand use to you, overall good use to you. Let's kind of take a look. Like for instance here, we got like 91 warrior blood. Now you see how he's kind of like glowing red? That's because he's level 90. He's got 90% or higher. He's obviously the one I want. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna kill him real quick. You see how he's glowing a little red? That's because he's got that high of a blood. We want to kill this guy. Yeah, we want to kill you. So what we do is we're gonna do this. That should kill him. Well, almost kill him. There you go. That happened just in time. Now look how clean that blood is, and look how high that blood is pushing me in terms of my ability. Look at all the abilities I now have and how they're almost at the max for each one. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Matter of fact, now that we have such beautiful blood, right? Now that we have such beautiful blood, let's track an enemy real quick. Someone who's not too far. Let's track a boss, so we can kind of show you that rule of two with the boss. Yeah, we'll actually show it with Vincent. Let's track Vincent. And this boss isn't like a super hard boss or anything. He can be annoying, but he's not like terribly difficult. There are certain bosses that that spawn enemies, so you might have to change your tactics up a little bit here and there to deal with that different type. But the general rules of thumb are going to apply. Like her, she spawns enemies and she heals. Matter of fact, let's just try her instead. She's right there. Let's try her instead. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we don't put ourselves in a position of losing. There we go. Alright, here we go.
Damnation is promised to the dark. I will show you discipline! Shining blessings!
Ooh.
This is my conviction! Shining
When you see health orbs, pick them up.
This is my conviction! I will show you discipline! Shining blessings! This is my conviction! Yeah! I did everything I could.
New knowledge acquired.
Now, as you can see, with her, it really does pay off to know how to stagger your abilities, how to make sure that you're not spamming them unnecessarily, and always trying to keep, again, one way to attack, one way to defend. In either side of your, whether it be your abilities or whether it be your weapon skills themselves. The idea is rule of two. And again, having your my reduced cooldowns of my weapon skills, things like that, all that helped. She's gonna kill herself. There we go. And of course, using the feeding mechanic to quickly kill is also, if you notice, I was using that during the fight. Using that feed mechanic to just simply get enemies out of the way and reduce their population is definitely a must. Oh snap, we got Jade standing out here. This is one of those bosses that if you're not careful, she can be a big problem. I'll actually try to solo her and see if I can actually survive.
You better stick around. I don't like cowards. One shot, one kill.
Woo! See that? I messed up.
One shot, one kill.
Woo! Ow.
One shot, one kill.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh!
One shot, one kill.
Alright. We got health. We got health orbs. Go for the health orbs. Always be line. Woo! There you go.
One shot, one kill.
Alright, I'll do that. Yeah.
Dance for me.
There we go. Oh god! No!
One shot, one kill.
Okay, we gotta slowly work on killing these guys.
Dance for me. One shot, one kill.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
One shot, one kill.
Okay. Alright.
Dance for me. You're done.
Oh!
One shot, one kill.
We almost killed her. We almost killed her. Matter of fact, I can actually kill her with that blood. That particular blood, I know I can kill her. If I hadn't got interrupted, I could have killed her. Where are we at anyway? Where did we die at? We died right here. Alright. If I hadn't got interrupted by those other guys, I could have killed her. And again, that's the thing about the open world too. So you have to always be careful. What we have, warrior. I want that brute. Well, never mind. They're all dead. We'll find some better blood. You'll start to do that too. You'll start to realize like, oh man, like damn, I'm killing people a lot faster than I want to. 29. All right. Oh, I hate that it does that. Let me feed. There you go. And like for instance, you don't want to have to do this. You don't want to have to do this. This blood man thing, you don't want to have to do that because it's just going to eat at your blood. But we needed to do that for the time being. All right, we got all our stuff back. Okay, all of y'all bloods are not worth it. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can find Jade again. Let's find her again. Where did you run off to? All right. Because we can beat her. We can beat her. Again, we just got jumped. That's all that was. We had her dead to rights. Here she is. All right. All right, let me heal a little bit more. And now we've got our rogue blood. It's not pretty good. It's not nowhere good as good what we had, but we got it.
Try to keep up.
All right.
One shot, one kill.
Why am I not being able to put my guard up?
One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. Dance for me.
Now get out of here! There you go.
Dance for me.
Alright. You just gotta hold out. There we go.
One shot, one kill.
Heal up a little bit. Emergency heal.
Dance
Alright.
for me. One shot, one kill. Dance for me. You're done.
Woo! Oh!
One shot, one kill.
Okay. Alright.
One shot, one kill.
Oh!
Dance for
She
me.
tricked me. Alright. There you go. There we go.
One shot, one kill.
We got her. We got her.
Dance for me. Good.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Legs ain't working. Damn.
Taste of knowledge.
We beat Jade solo in sunlight. Again, using the rule of two. Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. We out of here.